Have you ever purchased or actually dyed a warp and there are two colors that are a lot different, or maybe you want them to be bold and you're trying to figure out how can I get the brightness? Now, if I use this lighter color and started weaving with it here at the transition, this would have been washed out. And if I continue with the blue, this is going to be kind of an interesting shade of blue, but maybe you want it to be really more of this color and this color. How do we change from here to here without having a exact like a bold stripe here that you can see the transition? This is one technique that I was shown by another weaver years ago, and I use it many times. So what I did, I planned ahead and I found that I had both of these colors. Or the other thing you can do if you do dye your own warp is to dye a skein of yarn the same color as each of the transition. Now I lucked out on this one. I did dye the blue, but I happen to have a color that goes pretty much with what I have in the loom already. So I'll show you what I do. I often start with maybe adding a light thread, in this case, the one color that we're going to go into, and I will tuck that on the edge. And then I will now weave maybe one, and sometimes you might want to wrap that around the edge there, or some people literally put their shuttle up on the top and go around. Whoa, well, we don't want that to happen. I'm going to wrap it around. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, because we all have our techniques. 4 and 5. Now I'm going to go back and do the light one again. And this time I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't catch that. I need to go back again. Yeah, I did. Okay, 4. And then I'm going to do the light again. And now I'm going to go 3. 1, 2, 3. And now I'm going to do it 2 times. 1, 2. I do show this in one of my other recordings. And now I'm going to go back and forth a few times every other one. In this case, I can see it wasn't catching on the end. Again, I know many of you use floating salvages and you wouldn't have the same problems. I'll do one more. And now I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to do 2 of the light and 1 blue. And then 3, 1. Now you might want to know why I don't use floating salvages. It's when I'm doing my my weaving, just straight weaving back and forth. The floating salvage kind of slows me down. All right, we have 3. Now I'm going to do 4. 1. But we all get into whatever rhythm works for us. And 5. And now this time I will take that one and I will snip that off, tuck that little guy in there, and now I will continue to weave with light. Now yes, you can see the transition going on, but it's not as quick. And I could do more of the 1 2 1 2 in here. You could have also spread all the other ones out and added more. But as you see now, I have a little softer transition going on rather than a really bold one. You can also see what would have happened if I had used a light here, perhaps, just giving you an idea if I had woven the whole piece here with the lighter shade. But now I'll continue on with this color, and then I will move on to the next piece.